Our journey with our mother. Whenever a planet arrives in the house of Earth, it becomes Earth. And all the people's soul of that Earth get human bodies. The moment they get human body, many questions come to their mind, like who created us? Why do we exist? What is the purpose of life? Where are we in this universe? And who brought us here? From where did He bring us here? Why do we die? What is death? Why does death occur? Where do we go after death? Who is controlling the system of birth, life, and death? Who is controlling this world? Where and exactly at which place is He? What is the power that maintains this world? Who is the creator and from where and how is He maintaining it? Is He corporeal, formless, living on the earth or in the sky, in the space? Can we talk to Him? Etc. etc. Along with finding answers to these questions, such curiosity of the earthly human mind gives birth to many religions, sects, preachers, gurus, saints, sages, poets, and Mahatmas. Although none of them know these secrets of the mother, to the best of their knowledge and understanding, these people establish some religion, sect, cult, or philosophy. But before changing the era, the best soul of the universe, whom we call God, comes to remove all the confusions of people and answers all their questions and reveal all the unrevealed mysteries of this world, as well as removes the doubts concerning the existence of God. This news about the knowledge of era change is the ultimate and eternal truth and therefore known as the Sanatan Dharma. This truth is very easy to understand. To understand this, you do not need to know any tantra, mantra, meditation, bhajan, kirtan, namaz, ardas, rosary, or penance by going to crematorium or in caves. Neither do you have to be a great scholar of scriptures, a great leader of religions, a very famous saint, Mahatma, or a very big scientist. Nor do you need to be a very rich, world famous person or a leader of thousands and millions of people, except you have to understand it with only your mind. Then you must accept only the righteous things and all the wrong things that were accepted by mistake in the past must be discarded. Also, you do not need to put any efforts to accept or to remove them. Because once you understand the truth, this work also gets done automatically. All you need to know is what is good for you and what is not good. For this, we have to learn where we came from, where we are now, and where we are going. This is a map of the solar system. Through this picture, we will tell you where we have come from, where we have reached now, and to where we are going. If you want to know where America is in the world, then you have to place a map of the world in front of you. If you want to understand where the capital of your country is, with a map of the country, it will be easy to explain. If you have a map of your country, you will be able to tell which city is located where. Similarly, this is picture of the solar system. Now, in this picture, we will tell you where is heaven, where is hell, and where is the world of we humans. Along with this, we will explain where we came from, through which way, how long this path is in miles, how do we came through this path, how long it took us to come here, and next, where are we going to, and how long will it take us to go there. In this map, there are paths of planets which are called orbits. These paths are not like solid roads, rather skyways. Just as the flight from Delhi to New York has a path in the sky, similarly, these planets also have a fixed path in which they move at a fixed speed. There is life on all planets that move on all these orbits. But all the living beings have different type of bodies. Just as the difference that exists between the life inside the sea and on the surface of the land, as well as the difference in humans, such as people of Asia have different appearance than the people of Africa or the Americas. This is called stages of evolution. Similarly, life is more evolved on the planets that are closer to the sun and less evolved in the distant planets. This is because there is more energy near the sun, and it has taken millions of years for their mother planet to bring them to that place of high energy, due to which their genes have become well matured. The good thing here is that all the planets do come close to the sun one by one. That is why the living beings on all planets keep on evolving. In this way, all the planets arrive to the orbit of heaven before merging back into the sun. And before going to the orbit of heaven, they definitely come to the orbit of earth. And so, all the living beings of all the planets get fully evolved before merging into the sun. That is, for one time, they all attain divine bodies, which we also call gods, and hence, this is the ultimate destiny. These beings are wonderful, so amazing, and their divine body lasts for one whole era. From this, it must have been clearly understood that human beings are moving to divinity. However, only those of us who will do the right thing at this right time will achieve such divinity after the death of this body. Foremost, just in brief, know that we came out of the sun and are returning back to the sun. All these planets were formed with the dust released from the explosion in the sun known as the supernova, and then started revolving around the sun. Then gradually, one by one, all these planets get absorbed back into the sun, along with the living beings in them. From here onwards, we will use the word mother for our earth because her forms and names keep changing as she moves in different orbits. Just as according to the age of a person, he is called child, young, and old, or the changing seasons have different look and names. Similarly, this mother of ours had gone through several changes with several forms and names. 2000 years ago, she became the earth when she arrived in this house of earth. Before that, she was in the orbit of Mars, then she was called Mars. And even before that, she was in the orbit of Jupiter and then she was called Jupiter. Nowadays, she is Earth because now she is in the orbit of the Earth. And soon, when she will move to the orbit of heaven, then she will be called the morning star or heaven. This science of change is very interesting, amazing, and thrilling. Just as a tree starts bearing fruits at a certain time after going through several winters, summers, and autumns, similarly, when this mother brings her children at this point, that is when she reveals these secrets and introduces herself to her children. By then, her children have also become capable enough to understand her. To explain these secrets, a great professor from heaven has to come here. Just the way a professor comes to school to teach students and who has become a professor only after passing the examination on that subject of his teaching. Similarly, by following nature's rule of evolution, the soul who has lived in heaven and understood the laws of the universe comes back there to tell the good news to the humans of this orbit of religions, whom we call God or Avatar. Before the closing of every era, this great soul, who is as pure as this mother, comes here to reveal mother's realities through a soul bearing person's mouth, human body, who then speaks the language of this world. Millions of years ago, our mother was in the orbit of Pluto. That orbit is called Plutonian orbit because whichever planet goes there, that is called Pluto by the people of the earth, earthly orbit. Then our mother was a ball of cold ice like Pluto and continuously kept wrapping our DNA within blankets of cold ice in her back. That was the first stage of our DNA life. If you gather a couple of hundred genetic research scientists and put this fact in front of them, they will understand that our DNA started from a very cold space. Then you gather space scientists and tell them that Plutonian orbit or Pluto is the coldest planet in our solar system. Then they also will understand and agree that this is true. In this way, the entire story about our journey from Pluto to here is written in our genes. That our life started on the path of Pluto. From here on, slowly our mother kept bringing us closer to the sun and thus kept making our genes stronger by caressing them with love. If you are in a research department of genetic science, you can forward these facts to the Nobel Foundation and you will get Nobel Prize that you are entitled to. Similarly, this God is telling so many new things that you can apply anywhere in life. Even if you do not use them in any way, your life will still improve and become very good because you will be endowed with wealth of knowledge. Your attitude will change and the ignorance which makes life difficult will disappear from your life. Half the problems of your life will be gone. And if you follow the right path, all the problems will end because this knowledge is a boon of God to humanity. Then, after every 2,500 years, our mother kept moving one orbit closer to the sun. As she moved closer to the sun, these genes got better than before in the warmer atmosphere. When she reached Saturn's orbit, she became Saturn and her temperature was improved to minus 285 degrees Fahrenheit. Due to this, our genes also improved significantly. In those days, this mother of ours used to take 29 and a half earthly years to complete one orbit around the sun. In other words, this mother's 1 year was equal to 29 and a half years of the earth. Our mother used to look like a planet Saturn to the people living in the third orbit. They used to see beautiful rings around this mother and used to call her Saturn. After completing about 85 rounds on that orbit, when she came on the orbit of Jupiter, her temperature increased from minus 285 degrees to minus 238 degrees Fahrenheit. And with that, our genes improved even further. There was smoke of gas all around this mother. That is why when the people of the earth used to look at her, they called her the largest planet in the solar system. In those days, this mother used to take 12 years to make one round around the sun. That is, her 1 year was equal to 12 years of earth. After completing her 175 years while keeping us on her back, this mother brought us on the path of Mars and became Mars. As soon she became Mars, her temperature increased from minus 238 degrees Fahrenheit to minus 81 degrees Fahrenheit. This way, slowly and slowly bringing our genes to a warmer temperature, with love she kept baking them. Our genes were nurtured in love for 2,500 years in the orbit of Mars. As soon she came into the Earth's orbit, she became Earth, and her temperature became 59 degrees Fahrenheit. Now you can see what a beautiful bodies this mother has given us in this comfortable temperature. It took this mother thousands of years of time and hard work to give us these beautiful bodies. Now we will explain about the length of time it took this mother to bring us here. To complete one round around the sun, it took her 248 earthly years on the orbit of Pluto, and there she completed 8.46 rounds in one era. Plus, on the orbit of Neptune, it took her 165 years to complete one round, and she completed 21.72 rounds. Plus, on the path of Uranus, it took her 84 years for one round, and she completed 25 rounds in one era. In the orbit of Saturn, 29.5 years in one round, and total of 71.18 rounds. Plus, on Jupiter's orbit, 12 years in one round, and total of 175. Plus, on Mars orbit, 2 years in one round, and she completed 1050 rounds, plus 1 year in one round here. So, in total, this mother has done 3,502 revolutions around the sun. Now, with this, you know how many miles this mother has covered in these 3,502 rounds so far. This is a very long path for which only an approximate idea is being given to you here. This idea is based on 2100 revolutions years in this orbit of the Earth. Although, according to the Gregorian calendar, this is the year 2021, and according to Vikramaditya calendar, this is Samvat 2078. Both of these calendars have been fixed since the time human learned about time calculation. Before that, the time of Indus Valley civilization, Maya city civilization, etc. are not included in this. I am making it with 2100 earthly years so that it becomes easy for you to understand. By the way, on the orbit of Mars, one day of this mother was of 25 hours. On Jupiter's, 10 hours. In Saturn's, 11 hours, and so on. While in all these orbits, the duration of the year of this mother was also different. Now, as for the miles on each orbit and how many times this mother has walked on those orbits, different orbits, you will learn just how many miles this mother has traveled to bring you here. The path of Pluto is 25 billions 689 millions 700,000 miles, in which this mother has orbited 8.46 times. Plus, the path of Neptune is 17 billions 562 millions 300,000 miles, in which this mother has made 21.72 rounds. Plus, the path of Uranus is 11 billions 201 millions 300,000 miles, in which this mother has traveled 25 times. Plus, Saturn's route is 5 billions 565 millions 900,000 miles, in which this mother has walked 71.8 times. Plus, the path of Jupiter is 3,037 million miles, on which this mother has walked 175 times. Plus, the path of Mars is 888 million miles, in which this mother has walked 1050 times. And the path of earth is 584 million miles, in which this mother has walked 2100 times. Now, to these many miles, add the distance between this third orbit and the orbit of Pluto, which is 3,577 millions and 100,000 miles. This mother has brought you here after traveling that many billions and trillions of miles. So, you know, wherever you are today is because of her. Now, this mother is going to move towards the sun in the orbit of heaven, which is 25,800,000 miles from here. After going there, one day of this mother will be 5,832 hours. But she will complete 1 year in 7 earthly months. During this long journey, the temperature also will increase from minus 388 degree Fahrenheit, which is minus 233 degree centigrade, at Pluto's place to 59 degree Fahrenheit at this place to 880 degree Fahrenheit to the orbit of heaven. At that place, acid will be poured in rain instead of water. Along with this change, the destiny also will increase astonishingly. The thrilling science began with this change, and it will answer all the questions such as how will the bodies of living beings in such a hot temperature and destiny in heaven? How will their life be? Will they die like we people do? What special characteristics will they have which we don't have here? Can they see the human beings of earth? Why can't we see them? When we leave this body and go there, will our loved ones meet us there again? Will we be able to recognize them? And so on. This wisdom is the fruit of this long journey of millions of miles. Each of the earths bring her children to this stage of evolution development by working tirelessly for millions of years just to teach the truth about herself and the universe. The universe teaches that children must love their mother. Although all children have love for their mother earth, that love of the small-brained children is limited to their motherland only, where they grew up or where they had some unforgettable events in life. For this reason, these children do not understand the vastness of the mother. Universal love for mother cannot fully exist in their small mind captivated by silly religions. That is why the world is filled with hatred instead of love. The main reason is that these children are badly engrossed in the religious scriptures. They have faith in the scriptures, and those scriptures are written by the semi-evolved men of Stone Age, who wrote them on the basis of their own curiosity and experiences. That is why their mind do not grow, whereas the world has changed and moved ahead. Hence, they destroy themselves and others. These scriptures become a hindrance in the development of weak-minded people. and they fail to understand their real mother and father. That is why, through a fully evolved soul, this mother explains to her children that God, mother, and father, to understand whom these scriptures were written, that God is now walking on earth. Now know your mother and know your father, who gave birth to you and because of whom you exist. This mother is alive, and that's why you are alive. If this mother ceases to exist, you too will be finished along with it. This body is just a shell which will have to fall like the leaves of autumn. But your roots are attached like a tree to the soil of this mother. Now a big autumn is about to come, in which the leaves of all the trees will fall. But don't worry, because you are grounded within the mother, with her body. After this autumn, wonderful greenery is about to come. Don't be scared of natural calamities. Don't panic, because when this mother moves these genes to a slightly warmer place, the leaves fall due to increased heat. Like those leaves, many of your bodies have fallen in the past, and now you have arrived at the door of heaven, where you will see this wonderful scenery. To reiterate, in the beginning, these religions and scriptures were good according to the needs of that time, but gradually they got filled with disorders. With the passage of time, mother developed her children's mind remarkably, but these scriptures cannot answer the question of those developed minds. Yet people remain stuck with them, as some people remain stuck with a 200 years old junk car, while knowing it very well that his old useless car cannot run anymore. But their fanatical faith is so strong that they make these junk cars shine with 100 kilos of gold and diamonds. Perhaps it's because they are not aware that high-tech cars have been invented on earth, and now a soul from car heaven has revealed the manufacturing secrets of such cars which will run all over the earth. Other than that, no other car will run on this earth anymore. And so, these people have no choice but to let go of their age-old car. Similarly, for how long do you think you will be able to keep these religions alive with the power of your money? Now the knowledge of mother, father, and incarnation has become clear. The era of ignorance is over. You must accept this change. If you are unable to understand, then it is advised to get it investigated by some intelligent people. There must be some intelligent people in this world. Why are you wasting your time and life on these outdated scriptures when it is rather easy to understand this Sanatan truth? Because the planet of heaven is closest to the sun. The genes of those living beings are fully matured, and they know everything about the universe, death, rebirth, etc. That is why they are also called Purna, Parameshwar, Devas, or gods. One of those souls come to earth by flying an UFO and lands on earth. That soul then takes birth in a human body and while speaking the earthly language answers all the questions of the people of earth. She then reveals who God is, where is He, how is He running the world, what is death, why death occurs, what happens after death, where is heaven, where is hell, what is going to happen in the future, and what should a man do, etc. That God's soul answers all those questions that have been occupying human minds for centuries, and other questions for which all the religious scriptures have been written. As well as to find God, people have done countless experiments. That God's soul reveals that, quote, your all powerful is a very big round solid metal body the size of a moon, and He generating unlimited energy from the center of the earth with His rotation in the opposite direction of the earth. The miracles of the same energy are visible everywhere, in everything, in the whole wide world. This energy is nurturing a seed while turning it into a tree, causing growth in trees and plants, and also in human embryos while turning it into a baby. This energy is what's keeping everyone and everything alive. That God's soul reveals innumerable things one by one. At the time of the change of an era, this body comes out of the womb of the earth and becomes a new moon. That new moon remains in this earth's orbit to revolve around the new earth for 2,500 years. The new earth will be coming from the fourth orbit to this third orbit. This God's soul proves her truthfulness through the evidence of the boiling hot lava bubbles that got frozen in the cold space and turning it into the craters. Earlier, when Venus was the Earth on this third orbit, during that time also this God soul visited this house of earth and proved her truthfulness by giving the same proof on the moon. The moon that came out of the womb of that earth is still revolving around this earth. Here we are not explaining everything in detail about the birth of the moon just to avoid it from getting too lengthy. The same thing happened then, it will happen at this time, and it will happen with the new earth. After that, this earth will go to heaven, and all the souls who believe in this earth will go with her to heaven and attain divine bodies. And unfortunately, the ignorant religious people who believe in the scriptures will remain here till they learn and graciously accept their birth giver mother. This God soul explains that, quote, before every change of an era, I come to earth to give all the proofs of my truth to the people, so that the people of the coming generation, coming earth, also have faith in me as God. The destiny of everyone is to attain a fully evolved divine body in heaven, which is known as by the names of moksha or salvation. Previously, when your mother was Mars on the fourth orbit, today's planet Venus was the Earth in the third orbit. At that time, I visited that Earth from heaven. I obtained a human body and explained to the people of that earth that there is a moon in their mother's womb which is going to come out to become a new moon. I also explained that Mercury and Venus will merge into the sun. Then the moon in the sky would go to the Mercury's orbit to become a new Mercury. And your earth would move to the vacant orbit of Venus to become a new heaven. I declared that the moment your earth goes there, all the good souls of your earth will get divine bodies. Throughout my whole life, tirelessly, I kept trying to explain to them what they should and should not do at that time. However, in that world of that time, all the religious leaders who were busy multiplying their assets, who considered themselves God or the knowers of God, claimed themselves super intelligent, had completely brainwashed and misled the public. The businesses of religions were flourishing abundantly. That's why those misguided people could not understand me, their God, and they asked me, "Who are you?" I said, "If I tell you, you won't believe." They insisted, "Tell us the truth. Who are you?" And convincingly I replied, "I am your God." Unfortunately, the religious scriptures and religious leaders had kept the minds of those people so manipulated and confused that they could not neither hear nor understand me. And they treated me exactly how you people have treated me now. Even before that, the planet which was in this Earth's orbit had completed 2,500 rounds around the sun and was preparing to go to heaven. Then also similar incidents occurred, where my words were not taken seriously enough. This dreadful tragedy occurs during each universal transition. But the moment I die is when people understand that I was their God." Unquote. At this time, it is not my intention to accuse what people have done to their God. My aim is only to teach what is going to happen in the future so that people can become educated and decide their own future for themselves, so that people can understand their God and get rid of these painful sorrows. Mistakes do happen by human beings, but after learning from a mistake, that mistake is no longer a mistake, rather an event that teaches a lesson. It is imperative to not commit such a mistake over again, and always remember to do the right thing at the right time. After this, when Mars comes to the house of Earth, it becomes the new Earth. After completing 2,500 rounds around the sun, when that Earth also prepares to go to heaven, then the soul of heaven will go to that Earth to tell them the same truth. Even then, people who will be intoxicated by religions will treat that soul in the same way. Then that earth will also go to heaven. Then the next turn to become a new earth will be of Jupiter. Then Jupiter will come here and become a new earth. That earth will also go to heaven after completing 2,500 years. After that, the next turn will be of Saturn, which is now on the 6th orbit. Every planet has to become Mars before it becomes Earth. And every planet has to become Jupiter before it becomes Mars. Before becoming Jupiter, every planet has to become Saturn. And to become Saturn, they have to become Uranus. Before Uranus, Neptune. And before Neptune, Pluto. Or it can be said this way. After a few years, Pluto will become Neptune, then Uranus, then Saturn, then Jupiter, then Mars, then Earth, then Venus, and then merge back into the Sun. When each planet completes 2,500 years in the Earth's orbit, then she moves to heaven and becomes Vaikuntha. This sequence continues until all the planets merge back into the Sun. When everything goes back into the Sun, then again the supernova explosion takes place in the Sun. Everything comes out in the form of dust and same cycle is repeated again. Consequently, change has always been and always will remain constant in the ever-evolving world, universe. And with this change, the evolution of all living beings continuously keeps on going. This God soul who comes to earth from heaven is known by several names such as God, Ishwar, Avatar, Messenger, Christ, Shiva, Krishna, etc., etc. The whole world changes with the arrival of this soul on earth. Knowledge and humanity starts expanding in the world and the era of all lies, deceits, frauds, man-made religions, sects, manipulating gurus, spiritual teachers, ignorant and hypocritical leaders comes to an end. But the soul of heaven has to sacrifice her life to put an end to all these horrible characteristics. Sometimes this soul even has to spend the majority of her life in prison or prison-like environment where she is captivated by the disbelievers. She has millions of good things in her mind to convey to earthly people, but she is frightened to keep her mouth shut for the rest of her life. I was fortunate enough to be very close to this soul and had the opportunity to exchange meaningful conversations. Even our ordinary conversations used to be of a very high standard. She would always tell me the most genuine and enlightening things of her heart. Sadly, I could not find anyone worthy enough who could absorb this great knowledge, and so the information remained unspreadable. But all the enriching and insightful information has been uploaded on social media where today's world seems to gravitate the most, so that when the time of need comes, it will be available. This news is called the eternal and ultimate truth or the Sanatan Dharma.